Hi, this is Aussie Wendy, and today I'm going to show you how to convert something that you've made from Inkscape to a GSD file. So first of all, we've got our words here that we've welded. So what we're going to do next is we're going to pull them apart. We need to make sure that we pull them apart so that they're separate. Each layer needs to be separated. And you need to make sure that there's a gap in between them, so when we go to select them in robomaster, that there's a gap around them. So just pull everything apart so it has lots of room around it, so it makes it nice and easy to select. Now what you want to make sure that you do before you close Inkscape is save your file, because if you save it as a DXF and then shut down Inkscape, if you want to go back and re-edit your file, you can't edit it in the DXF format. You need to make sure you save it as an SVG format. Mine's already saved, so what we're going to do now is go ahead and save it as a DXF. So what we're going to do is click on File, we're going to click on Save As, and down on the bottom here where it says Inkscape SVG, going to click on that and we're going to change it to desktop cutting plotter, so DXF. You can see now up here I've named ours today as my file name, and then it says .dxf. Now once you click on save, you'll see a black box come up that says python.exe. That means it's saving it into the DXF format. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open robomaster. And on robomaster, we're going to click File and Load DXF. If you try and use Open, it's not going to work. We need to click on Load DXF. And then I'm going to type in the word today. That's my file name, and there it is, today.dxf. So select that and then click on Open. And what it does then is it reads my file and it brings it in to the GSD robomaster program. Now each of this little part of the letter is separated into different bits. In between each node, where we left the nodes, each node is a little part of a line. So what we need to do is we need to group all of those lines together. So all you need to do is marquee select. So you've got it all highlighted, which is why we left lots of room around it, so we've got lots of room to move. Right click and select group. So we're going to do that for each of our parts of our file. Marquee select it, right click and group. So you're just right clicking with your mouse. If there's parts you want to delete, say like this little part in here, if I don't want that in my file, just select that and press delete to remove that part of your file. So I'm just going to marquee select it again, right click on my mouse and select group. Right click and group, and I've got one more to do down here. Now you can see on this one how some of the line is black and some of the line is the green color. That doesn't matter at all. It's just how it's brought in to the robomaster program. So if I zoom back in, you can see here I've got my two different words that I've welded and my mats. What we're going to do now is you can either layer them and then color them, or color them then layer them. So I'm probably going to layer them first. So just drag them up roundabout so they're on top of each other. And then I'm going to use my plus key here to zoom in so I can see it better, to line them up, because I like to have them nice and neat on my cutting mat. and then I'm going to change colors. So if you come down to the little pencil where it says line settings at the bottom, click on line settings, click on modify, and then pick which color you would like for the inside. It doesn't matter which color it is selected on the screen as long as it's nice and easy for you to see. So once you select your color, click OK and then click OK again. And if I click away from it, you can see that the inside of my word of today is now pink. So if I do it again for the outside, so go down to the pencil where it says line settings, click on it, click on modify, and I'm going to select purple for my outside. I find for my eyes and my screen, pink and purple is good for me to see the difference. Your line type here, you always want it to be one single line at 0.01 of an inch. If you wanted it to be a dashed line, you could select dashed. But if we want to cut it out, it needs to be a single line. And there's our word lined up. So if we just do quickly the other word again. So just go down, click on modify, and I might do this one in a green. And then, now if the outside one, you want to leave it as black. See down here, it's not really black, even though it pretends it is when you've brought it in as a DXF, so you need to go to modify and select it as black. And then I've just got the inside of my word to do. Now the reason we do change colors for them is because when we're cutting, we need to tell it to cut each color separately. So if I zoom back in to see a whole page, you can see that I've got 3 colors there and the 2 colors over here. What we do now is click on save, and we're going to select it as whatever you want your file name to be in whatever folder you would like, and it's saving it as a .gsd, and click on save. There you go. Nice.